Facebook, YouTube, and parts unknown.
Chris took your opening line there.
And we're what did I put?
No, that he was saying it for you. I was waiting for Eric's song, and you didn't play it, so you kind of. I feel like we got cut short there.
We were running a little bit short of starting early or starting on time. So I went, I'll just do the 30-second one.
That's fair.
We have nothing to do today because George. What's happening with George? Did he message you?
No, he hasn't.
I thought he said
George
can't make
is in Disney World, and he was going to be live on our show tonight, and I guess he is not now. So live, everyone.
Hi, Jeremy. Hi, Ken. Yeah, he
Did
said
I not
that
say this was a disaster waiting to happen? I'm sure I said that this was a disaster waiting to happen.
Right?
But, yeah, Ken works Friday nights. He can't make golf stock anymore.
Oh, no wonder we haven't seen him.
Yeah. No Panda tonight, no Rush. Whenever Panda has no show.
Yeah, we have no show.
Kim is packing for Disney right now. They leave Saturday morning.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that is exciting.
Yes, Ken, you need to get Friday nights off. George ruined the live. I knew he was going to ruin something.
Yeah.
Yeah, George missing in action.
Oh, George is never going to live that down that whole George ruined the whatever, is he?
Well, because he continues to do so.
Well, that's just it.
Did you guys hear about his 911 call?
I didn't see that. So
I did, but I don't think all of our listeners did.
When he gets off the ride, he gets this phone call from an Orlando number, and he's going, "What the heck?" And he answers that, and it's like, apparently he butt dialed 911 while he was on the ride.
Yeah. I can't even imagine. Hopefully they didn't hear but like a bunch of rustling around. But if they could hear screaming, and especially because I think Jess is quite a screamer from what I understand on rides. So I can't even imagine what they heard on this night. And I wonder how long they stayed on the call. So,
I'm guessing what George heard when he answered the phone was, "Please don't do that again."
I don't think there's a person in this country that George hasn't butt dialed yet.
Yeah. Every time, like if we're not already in a conversation, like a group chat, and we get a message randomly from George and it's an image, I promise you, I am always so terrified to open that message because I just never, because he's constantly like, oops, that was for the wrong person. Oops, I meant to message.
Yeah. That's the other thing too, is messaging us instead of who he's trying to message.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, Jason does that a lot of times as well.
Yeah. So I'm very scared a lot of times when I open up images on the group chat because I don't know what he's going to do.
Probably always be scared to open up images off of any form of social media.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. Thankfully, he hasn't sent us any like really bad images yet.
No.
Yeah. No. We've got some really bad messages.
No, give him a hard time, but he's still a nice guy. I just want to make that clear.
Yes. With Jeremy saying, Jeremy accidentally called 911 a few times. They make it pretty easy to do. Luckily, I hung up. You know what? It is easy to accidentally call 911, especially if you have an Apple Watch, because the same thing you do to pay is it's like the button's right above it. Like when you pay with your Apple Watch, you double click. You double click the bottom.
I had no idea.
Or the bottom.
Well, I know on my phone.
If you call 911, you double click the top.
I know on my phone that I've hit a couple of buttons to turn off the phone, and when that comes up, there's the emergency call thing. So if you accidentally bump that while you're trying to turn off your phone, right. I'm sure that's probably exactly what happened on
That's
Space
what
Mountain.
I was thinking too. He was
bumping
around.
I mean, you're in those tiny little cars and you're moving around quite a bit and you don't have a lot of room, and there's your phone right in your pocket. It's easy enough for those buttons to get pushed, and then
I remember this when Nevaeh called 911. She was trying to order a Happy Meal at 2 a.m. She was hungry, and the police showed up at Mary's house.
Did they bring a Happy Meal?
They did not, and that's what I said. I was
What the
like,
heck? They're not doing a very good job.
Yeah, I thought the police were here to serve and protect. Serve means bring the Happy Meal.
Yeah,
to the
that's
two-year-old.
which part of serve didn't they understand?
oh, so funny. I mean, it's not funny, but it's so
I guess
funny.
I'm
It's
sorry,
funny because it
2
happened to
a.m.
her.
I guess
Not
I don't
me.
know how
Apple
old she
Watch.
was.
You know what? I had this Apple Watch forever. My wife got it for me for Christmas. Like I was completely shocked that she bought me an Apple Watch, and it's like the Apple Watch 2. And
I've
yeah,
considered
I love it.
buying
Absolutely
one of
love it.
those, but I mean, I don't know. It's an extra thing to charge, and
Yeah. I take my iPhone case off at night to charge it. I put it on upside down before, and now it holds. And it holds the down button. Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
goodness.
sure.
That's why Jeremy keeps calling 911 all the time.
That's crazy.
Gary got scared when.
Oh, I bet it did, Mary. I bet.
well, yeah.
Yeah.
Dan says, "Send me the link. He'll hop on George's
send
spot."
it.
Okay, you'll send it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And and Dan just got back, so we can hear about a little bit of his.
Yeah, he can give us a bit of a trip report. That'd work.
Ken says he's never dialed 911, but he sent out plenty of pictures of the ceiling up the nostril.
I do have to admit, I think I have a few photos from rides like that where it's like the phone was still in my pocket, but there was a picture.
Yeah, but you didn't send it to the group though.
I did not send it to a group.
There he is.
It was still in my pocket.
That was fast.
That was great. Jeremy got a new
back.
Apple Watch because I had a Series 1 that wasn't compatible with a ton of things. Oh, don't tell me that, because I think I got a Series 2. So I know it's coming. It's getting kind of rusty.
What are they even up to now for that? I don't even know.
Not that many, like 4 or 5. 4 or 5, yeah.
4 or 5?
Yeah.
I think the
So
phones
is
are
this
up to
your
like
real
12
house,
or
Dan?
something.
Is this your
This is
real
my-
house? Okay.
This is
Yeah.
my. No, this
I
is the West-
legit thought
this is
that
the
one
West
was
Wing.
your house until I saw somebody else using it. And I'm like, wait a second, that's Dan's house.
Let me clear some things up, Holly. I let that person use my house,
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
there you go. Sure.
and it's the other part of my house.
That's what I was going to say, yeah.
Oh,
6.
so
They're up to
funny.
Apple Watch 6 now.
Really? Good
Series 6 is out now, but 7 is coming out in a few months. Oh.
Oh, so that
Really
yeah,
behind
like
them.
September or so, I think, is when they do they roll out the new ones.
Katie, I don't know if I should get an Apple Watch or fix my roof or go on a trip. I can't do all 3.
Go on a trip.
Go on a trip. Put a
Go on a
tarp
trip.
over your roof.
Yeah.
You've been
Put buckets down.
stuck inside that basement for too many
I know.
Yeah.
I'm getting senile now.
far too long, Stan.
The rain doesn't drip all the way to the basement, so I'm good. It only drips into.
Yeah, see?
Speaking of rain, I flew into JFK on Saturday,
Uh-huh.
and there was a big storm in New York, and the control tower had a leak, so they shut the entire airport down on Saturday for incoming flights for a full day.
Oh my goodness.
Yikes.
So I was in Orlando a little extra time. My trip got extended.
How much
I
extra?
did not know that. Wow.
Yeah, I got out. I was off lucky. I was only about 5 hours, something like that.
Oh.
But there were people in Orlando that we know that were there over 2 days, stuck in the airport.
Oh, at the airport. Okay, I've been
Yeah.
stuck at Disney World for a week, and I've been stuck at
Well,
Disney
that's-
World for 2 days.
That's not really being stuck.
Stuck.
So why wouldn't they leave the airport and go back to a
Because
hotel?
it wasn't like it was a delayed flight. It was once we fix the leak, we'll
Let you
fly
know.
out. We just don't
Okay.
know when that leak's going to be fixed. So
Yeah. You know, if George would come live, we'd find out what the storm was like in Florida.
I know.
God. He's too scared to come on live. He's too scared to do a dance off with Dan.
Listen,
Like, I don't know. what
first
to
of
do
all,
with the guy.
last week I was stuck in a storm that you guys saw, and I still made a point to show up. So and now
Exactly.
here I am again, picking up George's pieces as he can't show up. So Dan will come on and be his replacement.
Well, we know that you are a professional, Dan, so that's why we love you.
See, Mary has a good point here. Why would people stay at the airport for 2 days? Just go to frickin' Disney already.
I guess because they don't want to miss the flight, but I would say just text me when it's ready. Give me 45 minutes to get there.
So here's how the flight worked. They told us it could be at any point, stay close, and as soon as we can go, we're boarding and we're leaving. Now, I didn't know what that meant. thank God I was only 5 hours, but literally they were like, okay, we're boarding. And if you weren't by the gate, they left without you.
That's fine. But after a day,
Yeah.
well,
After
if you
like
stick
10
around
hours.
for another day, because you said someone was there for 2 days at the
After a
airport.
couple hours, even I would be going, can I either like get another flight or do something different, because this isn't going to work for me.
And I saw my first fist fight on an airplane. That was fun.
So George was on your flight?
So George was on your flight. I was just gonna say that.
It was my fist in George's face.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Maybe the
But
storm
what was
was
the fight
causing his
about?
phone to have issues with
Masks?
the
Someone
hurricane,
didn't
but
want to wear
he
masks?
must have
Someone...
No, someone's kid was kicking another person's chair, and then somehow
and tensions were already high, and
everyone was already cranky, and
oh, that's not good. Oh, Scott, don't worry, we definitely will continue to
don't worry, we'll continue. Yeah. Continue to bust George's chops. He's not in any hurricane. He's standing in line.
He's on a ride,
and he's been on 3 times already
join
today. Which park is he at today, anyways?
Hollywood Studios.
Hollywood Studios. What has he been on 3 times already today? That he's going on again. Cars. But Lightning McQueen.
I thought it was Tower of Terror.
The Tower of Terror?
Oh, yeah, Tower of Terror, I think.
Okay.
But he's in line for rides right now, he said.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. But you can still go live from the... It's not that long of a ride. It's an hour-long show.
Yeah, but the queue for rides is still 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it was for me.
Yeah, that is a good point. I mean, what we were kind of surprised when we were there that, we got called up. All right, we're in line, and now we're waiting 45 minutes to actually get up to the right. I'm like, you mean all of this was just to get in line?
Yeah. So I know it's not Disney, but we went to Universal, and for the Secret Life.
He's in Walt Disney World. He ain't down.
Yeah. For 3 weeks or 2 weeks or something. Yeah, he's okay. Yeah. But so at Universal Studios, they have like a queue also, a virtual queue. And last time we did the virtual queue for the Secret Life of Pets, it was your time came up and you walked right on. So this time it was an hour and 45 minutes. Hour and 45 minutes, but they did not tell us that prior. So you get stuck in the building, like the Secret Life of Pets building. So it's not like you can just jump the fence or whatever. An hour and 45 minutes. It was crazy.
So I know I messaged you guys this, but here's a tip. If I know you're going to say, how is that possible, Dad? But if possible, try not to get the earlier boardings groups for Rise of the Resistance. It ruins your entire day.
Okay, so I have to say, when you sent us Dan got boarding group 1, you guys. Yep. But when I showed my husband, Chris was like, oh, that kind of sucks, actually. And he's like, and I'm like, that's exactly his point. So, yeah, because you miss the early morning of when nobody's there.
Yep. So I got boarding group 1. The first day I got boarding group 15. And
which
then
is already crazy.
Boarding group 1. And, I should have waited the hour. I see someone in the chat is saying I should have waited, but you're right. I should have waited because you lose that first hour in the parks where there's no lines, Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh. Did you hear that?
Holly frozen?
No, I was echoing.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Dan, I think it's something. Can you click your camera mic button?
Yeah, T9. So it was our reserved time.
Okay.
And it was an hour and 45 minutes from our reserved time, which was crazy.
For a second.
I'm not sure if it's Dan, Mike.
Sorry. I was muting him just to see if he was the problem.
No, I hear you echoing now.
You hear me echoing. Well, Dan is muted, so that's not the problem then.
Okay. Let me try that. Does that help?
So that's our show, folks.
Still an echo. I think the echo's gone now. No, it's still there. StreamYard is echoing. Oh, Dan's going to plug in his other mic. Okay, what do we got here? I'll just be happy to get any boarding group. Yes, exactly. That's you can get a boarding
true
group.
too.
Grab it. Yeah, Kim's been waiting so long for rides. She doesn't care what boarding group she gets.
Okay, how's that?
Live television. There we are.
Can you guys hear me? How's that? I still hear the echo.
Well, it stopped playing with your mic, and maybe. Okay, how's that now? Can you hear us?
I hear an echo.
You don't.
I hear it.
Okay. See, I hear it when I talk. Automatically adjust.
Anyways, should we get some business done here?
Yes, let's get some business done here.
First world problems, early boarding passes. You're damn right, Scott. By the way, I have it down to a science. If anyone wants my tips, let me know.
Okay. That should be our tip of the week then. But we have a different tip of the week. That echo is horrible now.
Are we going with Dan's?
No, go with you. Go with what we have.
To find it. Okay, so in Epcot, this is in honor of Stan, I guess. In Epcot, in the Canada Pavilion, if you take the stairs, there is let's see. So head through the garden towards the castle and pass Lycia. Oh my gosh.
Lecellier.
As I try to read it, I can't pronounce it. So we actually went up here this last time, and it was a really nice spot. But go to the next screen. I had no idea they do weddings up there. It's really, really pretty up there. And there was nobody there. It's a very quiet spot with all the waterfalls. Really pretty.
And when those chairs aren't there, it's a great place to run around with a Canada flag.
That's what we did.
That's what you got to do.
I should have sent you my video.
That area is meant for.
And as always, that is brought to you by Dream Creators Travel. If you can dream it, we can create it. And if you mention that you heard about them through us, you will get a $25 gift card if you book a 3-night, 3-day park package. And that could be universal as well. And also keep in mind that they book other things too, not just Disney. So
yes.
That is great. How long does that last? How long does that promotion last?
They're keeping it going. So,
okay.
Yeah.
And until further notice at this point.
So today, Disneyland, which is another sore subject, they just drive me crazy all the time. But they announced a Southern California 3-day discounted pass, and they can actually purchase those for you as well and get your reservation set up for those.
You know, I love that we are fans of Disney, and yet we're still going, oh, it cost me so much.
I'm so hesitant to buy these ones now too, because I already have 9 sitting in my account that need reservations. But this is such a good deal. It's $249 for 3 days. But the second I buy those, they're going to announce annual passes. So
That's exactly
do I buy them or not?
They're good. They're going to wait until you buy them before they announce annual passes. They're like, Holly hasn't bought tickets for a while.
Yeah.
Let's put up a special. And once she gets those, then we'll announce the annual passes. Or we can do it one more time.
I really feel like that.
Yeah. Eventually, you know how you have the donkey with the apple? Eventually, the apple gets rotten, the donkey loses interest and stops chasing after it.
Holly's never going to stop chasing Disney tickets, though. That's the problem.
No. Yeah, exactly. They know.
Yeah, hurry up and buy them so I can get my annual pass.
Yeah, I should just go ahead and just buy them and make my reservations, and then they'll also announce the Halloween party and then APs. And I've spent so much on 1-day tickets, we could have APs, but
can I tell a quick story that I think everyone will like? Sorry. Do you hear a lot of people in the background?
Oh, we're hearing all sorts of background noise.
I do hear lots of people in the background.
I'm more concentrating them.
We're having a party in the background.
I wasn't prepared to be coming on. You know, George told me he would be on today, so I have house full of kids.
So anyway, does anyone follow Jeff Allen on Facebook?
No,
Don't
maybe
think
we
so.
should.
You should. Jeff Allen is a cast member. He's a janitor. He works in Magic Kingdom and he works in Disney Springs, I believe. And Jeff always does these inspirational stories. He always talks about like his interactions with kids and all things like that. And he always says like, confessions of a Disney custodial worker or something like that. And Jeff listens to our show.
Oh,
Oh,
hi,
nice.
Jeff.
And Jeff friend requested me, I don't know, probably like a year ago, something like that. And the reason I remember Jeff, not only of his stories, but also because he has posted that he was on America's Got Talent. He was a magician in his former life. And now he's a retired magician and works at Disney World. So walking through Adventureland, who sees me? Jeff.
Oh,
Really?
nice.
Nice.
That's so cool.
And I look at him and I said, "Are you Jeff?" And he looks at me and he goes, "Are you Dan?" And I'm like, "Yes."
And then you had your dance off with him instead of.
Oh, that is awesome.
So
That
Jeff,
is fantastic.
Did you give him a pin?
he went over, introduced himself to my family, and
That's
said that
cool.
he told my wife that he loves my videos that I was doing this week, which my wife just rolled her eyes like, "Oh God, you got to be kidding me."
Hope you gave him a pin.
I did it. Well, he was working, and it was kind of awkward because he was training people. It was a little weird. He was training custodial workers, and like the other thing is, I don't know what to do now when I see people, especially in the parks. Like, do I shake hands? Do I do like the elbow
Yes.
thing?
Yeah,
Do I
It's
hug?
so
Like normally, I would
awkward.
just give him a hug, but
just a kiss on the lips. Get
Yeah.
over it. I never liked shaking hands before COVID.
Right. Me neither.
Yeah, I'm very much no touchy.
Yeah.
I'm more of a hugger, to be honest.
Yeah.
Same here. I'd rather hug than
Oh,
shake
Justin, you are going to get the biggest hug from me when I meet you then, since you don't like touching. Oh, I'm just going to hold on.
So Jeremy's saying, don't you think you'd be able to apply those tickets towards the annual pass? You kind of reached out to them about applying the tickets that you currently have towards the special tickets because there are more days, and they said you couldn't do that, right?
Yeah, so I did contact them and they're like, "Oh, you can't cancel and no refunds." I'm like, "I don't want to do either. I just want to give you more money to get more days." And they're like,
Yeah.
"No." So
Yeah.
I did try that. But yes, maybe if they have an annual pass, but I don't think they're going to have an annual pass. I think they're going to have some sort of like a Subway discount card. Is what I think. You buy 10 tickets and you get a free sandwich. Like,
And then Jeff threw down a smoke bomb and vanished into a puff of air. This pump is what Scott says you do now. Instead
Yeah.
of I don't mind that. I don't mind the fist bump.
I still like the Wakanda salute as the new thing.
Wakanda. I don't know if this is new or not, but I was playing around with the Disney app today, and they have new. If you go to the photos, they have free wallpapers for your phone you can download.
Yeah, they
You don't
announced
have
that
to
the
go
other day. It's for a short period of time or something, but they announced that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got it. With
Oh,
my
that one's
phone.
cool.
Mhm.
So they're really neat.
Can I vent a little bit here?
Why not?
I spent 2 full days, the last 2 days. I'm not joking. I was off the last 2 days trying to download my photos. They make it like impossible to do now. You have to download one at a time, which I think is ridiculous. And then when I try to put them onto a Google Drive, none of them are compatible.
What?
That's weird.
Yeah, like 50% of them. And then what happens is when I save them, it like jumbles them up. So I don't know which ones are being sent or which ones are not being sent. And the other thing is, aren't your friends and family supposed to be able to? Aren't your friends and family supposed to be able to view them as well? Like, I always thought that was the point of it.
If they're on your app, I thought so. Yeah, if they're on your app, they can view them.
They are, and they can't without the watermark. Nor can they download them.
That's weird.
That is weird. Because I have a cast member friend, and actually I don't think he took me off, but we were on the shared together, and I was always getting his photos.
I don't know. Maybe I have to call because it was not cool.
But anyways, I thought these screensavers were cool. I like this one.
Oh, that is
That's
cool
cute.
too.
Yeah. This one's nice. So yeah, I thought it was nice.
So were these like part of like the Pride Month thing that we just finished up? Because
That's
I'm
what
noticing a lot of rainbow.
I thought
themes.
I saw different ones. I wonder what.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hi,
these were the
Jason.
ones
I got
that were
different
on my phone this
Hi,
morning.
Cheryl.
Yeah.
And I checked before, and they were different. They weren't the same ones. They were different ones. Like
Okay.
I checked last month or whatever, a while ago.
I agree with what Jeremy says. It's absurd how poor their Disney's websites are. It's crazy.
You're right.
And their apps.
Well, as someone who has worked with web development in the past, it's not as easy as you think to make it work for everyone.
Yeah.
So-
Jason, what Holly's talking about. Sorry, go ahead, Holly.
Yeah. So yeah, you can do that. You can take the 1 day and like upgrade them to a park hopper, but you have to go to the ticket booth. But this is from the new like promotion that they just came out with today, the 3 day. I wanted to take my current 1 day and then pay a little bit more and change them into the 3 days. And they said no.
At Disneyland, not Disney World.
It just, yeah.
Yeah. So that might be the difference too. I mean, you could have got a cast member that didn't know also. Sometimes that happens when you
I
try
talked to two different people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I never trust anybody when I call the first time. So I talked to two different people who gave me the same answer.
Okay. Mary is saying to call them. They can fix a lot of stuff when you call.
Yeah, I'm gonna
And
have.
they might be able to get the pictures on your friends. They do have the worst
and
ones.
hopefully it won't be a long wait. Now, I actually had a good experience with Disney calling them recently. I had to so for our September trip to Hawaii, we were going to Aulani. We wanted to get on the luau. We wanted to do that, and online there was no availability. So I called them up to go, can we get on like waiting list or whatever? And she took our dates and was like, oh yeah, we have one on Tuesday. Is that all right? I'm like, yes.
That's good. Cool. I didn't do the luau there
How do you go to Hawaii and not do a luau?
because I've been so many times and I've done them so many times. So I figured.
Yeah. I'm thinking to myself,
I've been to a luau on, I think it was on Maui. Is when we went to a luau because that was our first trip. So we went to a luau there, but this is Disney. We have to go.
Yeah.
I think we went to a luau in Kauai as well. So we've been to a couple of luau's, but this is Aulani. You have to.
If you have the rooms that face the lawn area where they do it, you can kind of get a little bit of a little.
That's not the real luau.
I
That's not considered going to a
never
luau.
liked the food at luau. Never. I don't.
Isn't it like smoked pork? Like, how can you not like that?
And I don't know. It's just I
never
can't eat that pig.
So
I don't know. Our
pig.
first luau in Maui, I was like, yeah, the food wasn't spectacular. Let's be honest. I mean, this is like it's a tourist attraction. It's not a foodie attraction.
How many times have you been to Aulani?
Just once.
Oh, okay. How many times have you been to Hawaii?
About 6 times, I think.
Look at you with that podcast money.
Just rolling in.
I set you up for that joke, by the way.
I always feel sorry for the pig because they kill the pig when he's middle of eating every time. He's eating an apple, minding
He's
his
got
own
an apple right in his mouth.
And that's when they kill him. Like, poor pig. Geez, let him finish his last meal first.
Or if it was a Dan pig, oops, can you hear me? Or if it was a pig that was like me, maybe he ate the apple and it killed him.
Oh yeah, that could be. That's why he. Yeah,
That's
poison
always
apple.
going through my head. It's like,
the
yeah, you ate an apple.
or it could have been the Wicked Witch's apple.
Yes, yeah. I think we're in Snow White territory now.
Right.
See, this is what happens when we have no plan on the show.
Yeah.
As Holly is shaking her head, going, "What have I got myself into here?"
That's a good idea, Cheryl.
Disney. I'll just comment here about Jeremy. He says, "I love when you get the bus driver who has all the inside info and then proceeds to tell you all the ridiculous rumors the entire ride." If I ever become a bus driver, that's totally what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I could. Oh, by the way, folks, as we're passing over here, just the other side of those trees, you'll see that they're building a new park. That's where I was talking to some of the cast members that were involved in building that. They're measuring it out the other day.
Yeah, I can see that for sure.
Sure.
There's so many jobs at Disney that would just be kind of fun to do. Just because you can have so much fun as a Disney employee, I think.
Yeah,
as a cast member.
I talked about how many alligators they took out in the water, having no research done.
4,000.
Yeah, 4,000 alligators this year so far. An apple away does not keep the luau away.
Yeah, so even if you're not staying at Alani, you still should go visit it. And like what Cheryl's doing, at least go have a meal there.
Do we want to discuss the Disneyland Paris with the new Fast Pass plan they are coming out with?
Sure, another reason why I'm angry with Disney today.
Well, that's a good enough here.
So is that where they're doing? I saw something about this, like Disney Premier Pass, like a paid Fast Pass system.
Yeah,
like Universal and all of the awful parks do.
But it's
$9 a ride a person.
That's the starting price is $9.50 US starting.
$17 you said?
$17.70 it would be the maximum, and it's per ride per person, and it's depending on the day and depending on the ride would be how much it will cost to get the Fast Pass, get the Premier Pass. Now they're still going to have in Paris they have what they call a reservation. It's not a reservation system, but it's the same idea.
Losing Stan, or is it just me?
Are you losing?
No, I'm here.
I'm laughing at Jeremy. Live Fast Passes.
Live Fast Pass.
I think. Yeah. Can you guys hear Stan? Is Stan breaking up?
I can hear him.
I hear him fine.
Yeah.
I think
you're just trying to block.
I think it's just you, Dan.
Okay.
Sorry.
Barry says, it's coming to Walt Disney World. I think they're testing it at Paris to see if people will fall for it.
No, it's
not fall for it, but do it.
Coming.
You think
the thing is like Disney has been struggling with what to do with their Fast Pass system for a long time. And, when they switched to the Fast Pass Plus thing at Disney World instead of the old Fast Pass system, it didn't work as well. And they were still struggling to figure out what they can do with it. I think this is just their next step in trying to figure out how to make this work.
I feel like
I don't like it.
Let's see what throwing it up in the air. Let's see what we can charge, and let's see what people are going to pay for. And I don't know.
It is a little bit. I think they are, to use the colloquial phrase, they're throwing the spaghetti at the wall and see what sticks.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally never heard that before.
Steve says,
so would you pay? We did the math before in our chat.
Steve was saying
I have 4 kids. It's not really an option for me to pay.
Well, yeah, you just have the kids sit on a park bench while you go ride.
So a family of 4 for 3 Fast Passes. Right.
Well, I mean, yeah,
family
it depends
of 4.
so much on the prices and such.
Family of 4.
I can hear you.
Yeah, if you're talking family of 4 and $10 minimum. Yeah, we can still hear you. If we're talking family of 4 and $10 minimum per ride, I mean that's $40 per ride.
That's insane.
There's a lot of rides.
Yeah. But like what Stan was saying, he would gladly pay $15 to go on Rise. But
at the same time, as soon as they start rolling something like that out, they're going to start exempting things like people who are staying in the deluxe resorts will get things like that for free.
Well, that's already starting now.
As soon as you start charging extra for something, then you get the people who are already paying extra for something. Hey, here's an extra bonus.
So it's the extra magic hours right now, right, Stan? Is that what it is?
Yeah. So that's starting already with the extra magic hours for people in deluxe resorts. They'll be the only ones eligible for the
or evening, DVC, by the way.
For what's that? And DVC, which would be deluxe.
Or DVC.
Yep. Yeah, for the evening extra magic hours, where it's going to be limited to people staying at deluxe resorts.
So would you guys pay this. And would you in the chat pay extra $7 to $17 or $9 to $17 per ride per person? What is everyone willing to pay, if anything?
So
See,
I'll tell you,
that's too much. I mean, it's like for me, it's like if it was more of a set price, like say,
Like they did with Max Pass at Disneyland. It was
like
$15.
Universal. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, $15 per day, for example, is different than $15 per ride per person.
Yeah, I agree.
But it's going to be like a la carte, right? You can choose as many attractions as you want.
Right.
You can do 1, you can do 2, 3, whatever you want to do. I'll say this: my experience at Hollywood Studios this week was terrible because of the crowds. Hour-long waits on every single attraction, and it was like a bazillion degrees out, and I was miserable. I'll be honest with you. It was like, why do I even like this place at this point? My days at Magic Kingdom and Epcot and Animal Kingdom were amazing. Right? It was really, really good. I would probably spend $108 for my family of 4 to do to be guaranteed 3 fast passes for that one day.
Yeah,
it's hard to say. I mean, when I was there, we had really long waits on everything, despite the lower capacity.
Yeah.
Just because so many other things were closed down.
Yeah.
Still.
Well, plus they weren't filling the cars fully all the way then too.
So
that made a difference.
We were going and making a family vacation, and we're going to Walt Disney World, and I'm already spending $4,000. Maybe an extra few $100 wouldn't matter. But when I'm going to my local park, Disneyland, I can't pay an extra couple $100 for the one day. But it's different when it's a big vacation. Yeah. So that's a little different.
Yeah. So Steven,
like I said, it's already so expensive to go there between the hotels and the flights to get there in the first place, and then the tickets are kind of expensive. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
You're spending a lot of money just to be in the park, and then to have them go, well, now you need to spend extra money.
Yeah. I mean, overall, I have to say it's ridiculous. It really is.
To not wait an hour in line, you have to spend, and now Avengers Campus has like the Spider-Man ride where it's like, okay, spend extra money for this extra piece of tech to get better points on this ride.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. It just feels like Disney has gone down to the dark side a bit of nickel and diming everyone to death.
What Steve just said.
That's what a couple of people said in the chat that they're starting to really nickel and dime. Like Mary was saying, charging $5 for Bell services to get your parcels delivered now, paying for parking. And things aren't coming back quickly either. Like they're not taking your parcels to your resort like they once did. When you purchase something, you have to carry your packages around all day. And that was one of the things I really, really enjoyed at Disney World was using that mail service where they would send it to your resort and you pick it up later.
Well, yeah, when we stayed at Grand Floridian this last time, we didn't realize until after the fact that to have them bring our groceries up to the room was an extra charge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So $6. By the way, Stan, I saw people doing it at the Christmas store this time. So I don't know if it's back completely.
Is it back then? Or were they having it mailed home? Because you can get it mailed home from the stores and then you pay for that.
Yeah, that could have been, but I don't know. It looked to me like it was going to the resort.
Okay, well,
Magical Express is going away with where they used to like go grab your luggage off of the conveyor belt even and bring it to your room, and now and that's all going away.
It is feeling tough.
By the way,
I feel like we're paying more for less.
Yeah.
I did want to mention, because I know there's a lot of talks about the rental cars and picking up your bags and everything. I got in at like 10 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday, which I know is a probably low crowd time in an airport, but I've never gotten bags quicker, and there was not one person in line in front of me for the rental car.
Well, that's good.
Oh, that's good.
I've never had that kind of luck ever.
There's no one there.
So Chris is saying I would prefer to just increase the price of the tickets and include fast passes. It feels like nickel and diming when everything is charged separately.
Yes, I agree. I mean, it's just make that part of the ticket price, because that's how it always has been. And it just, I don't know, it feels like you're discriminating against people at some point to just, go, well, you can afford to get here, but you can't afford to not wait in line. You can't afford to, it's like, it gets very frustrating, I think. And
Yeah, the lower class people will be in line.
well, but that's just it. It's like, you're at
It's
Disney.
funny because,
it shouldn't be like
they nickel
higher
and dime you
class
like
and
this,
lower
but
class.
then you go,
We're all people who are fans of Disney at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What were you gonna say,
Dan?
Dan?
no, I was saying it's funny that they do nickel and dime you, but it's funny because so I have a DVC, so I get the discount on merchandise, and I would always try to pull out the card, and I think maybe one cast member, and I bought a lot of merchandise this trip.
Oh.
One cast member said, "Okay, let me see the card." Everyone else was like, "All right, I believe you, 20% off," And I'm like, "What?
Mhm.
You should look at my card," Like. It's funny how they don't nickel and dime you with things like
every
that.
single time.
Like
When I had my annual pass, they all every single time. Maybe I don't have a very honest face. Maybe you have a very honest face compared to me.
What kind of discount do you get?
They
For
heard you on the
DVC?
podcast saying over and over again that you're a DVC, so that's how come they knew.
They just all know who you are, Dan.
They know who you are.
well, I want to show the fancy blue card. I told you guys I had that the redemption card. Did I tell you guys that? I got the redemption card for my credit card points. So I had $1,200 in redemption points in redemption dollars. So I spent $1,200 worth of merchandise.
Yeah, that covered your lightsabers and your droids, right?
And that's that's scarily easy to do.
That's crazy, man. You could have split that up over a couple trips.
The second to last day, I had like $300 left, and I was just being stupid. Just like random people on the online. I was like, "Oh, you want me to buy that for you? I got it. No problem."
Darn it! I didn't put my request in.
That would be easy. I would just go buy another lightsaber over Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah,
that's true.
And Galaxy's Edge, by the way, we got the 8:30 lightsaber building, 8:30 p.m. right, and the park closes I think at 9. So by the time we were out, the park was way closed. They left Galaxy's Edge open for anyone building droids and lightsabers for about an hour.
Nice.
And I have videos I got to show you guys. It was the coolest thing. Like a lightsaber war and droids running all over the place.
Yeah. Well, that was when I bought my lightsaber. I went with Scott Clark, and we were at Disneyland. And Scott was, I think he wanted to take the lightsabers back, or I can't remember. I said, Scott, this is the only time we're ever going to have lightsabers together at Galaxy's Edge. We got to take as many photos.
We got to fight.
So we got some really creepy, weird photos, some fun photos also. But
that's so funny.
Yeah, Holly, you had something you wanted to show. You have a special discount code.
Yeah. So on reopening day of Disneyland, I wore a really cute skirt. I think Dan has a photo of it. And I got so many compliments on it because it was really unique. Well, I reached out to the company to ask her if she had a discount code. And it's Jane Fashion. And you can find her on Facebook and Instagram. And if you enter Holly15, you get a discount. And so she has that one. And then she actually just sent me another one today. But she has all sizes, tiny sizes, plus sizes, and so many different materials. So this is another one she sent today.
Oops, what's going on here? That's not what I wanted.
That's the wrong one, Stan.
That's the wrong one. No, it won't let me do that. What the heck? What if I do this? There we go.
So it's hard to tell in this light, but this is a yellow. It actually reminds me of those face masks with the Mickey ice cream bars on it. So it's a yellow and then the black Mickey. And then all of them have the lining under it. So they're not see-through, but they're super cute. Lots of different sizes and designs. So she's just a small shop. So support her.
It's nice to support the small, and that's a
Holly. So if you enter Holly15 when you're checking out, you get a discount. Is that?
Yeah, you get 15% off.
Nice.
Yeah, and I believe she's doing free shipping right now too. I could be wrong, but it was the other day.
So
And what kind of price range are they?
now before I remove it?
They are around $50. I don't know if the different sizing
Right.
increases or decreases the pricing, but it's right around 50.
Okay.
Nice.
That
So
is
Dan, what do you
great.
got there?
He's got a droid from the looks of it.
I'm trying to fix it. Hold on, sorry.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he broke it already.
I know, it's my son's droid. So he made a BB unit. He made it. Who can guess why it's this color?
Yankees.
That's his favorite color?
Because someone likes blue.
Close stand, but yet
Mets.
way off. Mets, exactly. Mets colors. And Islanders and Knicks. And whoa,
So that's
it's a feisty little fella.
he is feisty. So they have like now as I remember, now I didn't actually do the droid building, but they have different like chips and such to give them different
Yes.
like voices and personalities and such.
Personality chip. Hold on, let me see if I could. Oh, you read it to my
Live, everybody.
Sure, maybe get the kid in here. To use the
Not
remote.
as right next to me.
Can we get a kid in here
There
to
we
help,
go.
There we
help
go.
control things?
Show Dad how it's done.
There we go.
We don't have a lot of room on this table.
See, now I would want one of those.
Yeah, they were a lot of fun.
Yeah.
They were kind of spendy too, as I recall, but I was in it for the lightsaber when I was there. But if I go back, I might have to get one of those. I say if, I mean when.
Yeah. Really cool. All right, there you go, Colin. Thank you.
Dad, aren't you going to show them the plate?
What's the plate?
Plates in here.
Oh no, we don't have to take his insides apart.
Mary was saying that this Jane Fashion is gonna, I guess she reached out to them today. They're gonna be having like Halloween prints coming out soon. So that'll be cool.
Oh, sure.
Of course, Mary already knows more about it.
Yeah, Ken has
But
a-
are they going to have Haunted Mansion prints
Who
for
knows?
Halloween?
Who knows?
You're gonna break your kid's toy.
So how many droids did you get? Just the one?
And we had 3 droids and 1 lightsaber between
And
all the
they
kids.
interact with each other, the droids?
Yeah, the droids interact with each other, and they interact with
Others.
the other things in Galaxy's Edge. So
Steve wants to, yeah, you would
Droid or
think it
his
was
dad?
Steve.
so Connor got a you got a good guy or a bad guy?
Good guy.
All right, so Connor got a good guy. So when we went past the stormtroopers, he starts freaking out. The droid.
No, we didn't.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
That's
So
pretty cool.
and then the best part. So we had 3 droids, right? We stayed in a 2-bedroom, and we left all the droids in like the middle room. And at 2:00 in the morning, they start talking to each other. So
Never mind. I don't want one.
They're planning on taking over the household, by the
Yeah,
way.
never mind. And you're worried about monkeys? No.
Yeah, you were.
They're like, okay, you
Jeremy's
take out
asking-
that one, I'll take out this one, and
Yeah, that's creepy.
you go get the
Jeremy's
wallet.
asking if you can have the lightsaber shipped home.
Yes, you can have
We
the
didn't
lightsaber
ask.
shipped home. I did.
Okay.
That's what I did when I was there. You can basically take it to the gift shop in any hotel on property. So, I mean, we were at Grand Floridian, so we went there. They will ship those home. It was actually pretty reasonable for me. I mean, might be a little more expensive for, like, say, Stan because he's in
Yeah.
Canada.
55 cents.
It's
$800.
going to cost at least 55 cents for Stan to send his home.
Yeah.
I will say that if you can't carry it, I saw multiple people going through the metal detectors with lightsabers, and
Yeah, me
it was
too.
like
Last time we
nothing.
were there. So funny to see that.
What I did with mine is the blade actually comes off.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
So
we did the same
I
thing.
took the blade off,
Yep.
and I put this in my check luggage because this thing's pretty heavy, and this is really light, and and it comes with a case. So I put this in the case and did it as my carry-on, and I just put it I sat on the window and I just put it right on the edge of the window.
You guys
Inside
crack
the
me
case.
up.
That's how I did mine.
Yeah, for me, it was just I already had like enough baggage that I was carrying that I didn't want an extra thing. So
Yeah. It was my personal item because I had my carry-on, and then this was my personal item.
See, and I had a carry-on, and I always have like a backpack as well because I have a bunch of extra electronics like my noise canceling headphones and such that I'm carrying anyway. So,
yeah, Jeremy says I saw many people bringing on the plane. They'll have too many other things to bring on. Yeah.
So
yeah,
same thing for me.
So you get it shipped home.
We bought a see-through backpack that we had read online to get like a certain backpack, and we bought that, and it fit the droid, and then Connor was able to put like all his other stuff in there, and he just used that as his carry-on.
Oh, okay.
That works.
Yeah. Yep.
So Mary, I'd like to introduce you to Jeremy. In case you don't know him, he's a bit of a collector.
Buy less? No, that doesn't work.
Mary is telling Jeremy to buy less.
Yeah.
That's not.
I absolutely love this mug. This is going to be the one thing I'm going to be getting for sure. That is so cool. I'm not a fan of the handle.
This was my favorite. Yep.
Yeah, that is really nice.
Now,
have.
It says Droid Depot, and I only saw it on the Droid Depot, so I'm not sure if it's like an exclusive to the Droid Depot.
Gotta be exclusive to Galaxy's Edge.
But,
yeah, I don't know. I have mine that I really enjoy as well.
Yeah, that oil candle is
very
great.
Cool.
Yeah,
I like it.
And on the back it says Batu.
And then I got this.
That is cool. Where is that? Is that the Norway Pavilion?
Norway. Nice.
Yeah,
that is Norway exactly. And it's got all the.
I have so much Norwegian heritage. I love the Norway Pavilion. I just wish it was Norway instead of Arendelle.
That's cute.
Yeah, so that was one of my favorites too.
That is really nice. I like that. I wish I'd noticed that when I was there because I would have bought that.
Actually, I bought my daughter a water bottle in the Norway Pavilion that was really neat. It looked like a sweater, like a Norwegian sweater. It was like a regular water bottle.
Jeremy's comment to Mary.
You must shoplift a lot?
Because she said, I don't buy anything. And you said,
Tina, I love Disney, but I hate clutter. That's good for my checkbook.
I hate clutter as well.
We just talked about this.
Yeah, Jeremy, if it's only clutter if it doesn't say Disney on it. Remember Steve is watching.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Oh, he's listening. Do we want to wrap up or do we want to play a round?
Stan, you were saying the Norwegian sweater. You got it as a
it's a water bottle, but it's wrapped to look like a Norwegian. It looks like a Norwegian sweater water bottle.
Oh.
I think it was a water bottle or a coffee cup or something.
I think it's called a. I think it's called a loose kofte.
No, it's a water bottle.
Put that in the washer.
That's what the sign said.
The lutefisk what?
What, the actual sweater? No, I'm saying the actual sweaters is called a loose kofte is the Norwegian way of saying the Norwegian sweater.
Okay.
All right.
Loose kofte.
Norwegian
around here we just call them sweaters.
So Dan, you always go or try to go to different restaurants. I know you're going to do an upcoming show, but what was your favorite place that you ate at this trip?
Hey, Jeremy.
Thanks for popping in. Surprise.
Hi, Jeremy.
Never thought I would. I don't know. Never thought I would even go there. By far the best food. I absolutely loved it. We got 4 different dishes. It was paddlefish.
Really?
It was so good. All dishes. We had 4 different. We shared. All the adults shared a little bit. Every single one of them were good. Now I'm a seafood fan, so obviously you got to be a seafood fan, and we all got seafood. But
now that's like kind of the big. Like it looks like a boat, and it's at Disney Springs. That's the one. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I've been there before.
What did you order?
The best one was scallops. They were phenomenal. They were with a what was it? cauliflower puree.
Mm.
I had salmon with like this Japanese like sauce on it. It was so good. Can't remember the other two, but I'm gonna do a whole show on all the food that we did. I wrote it all down and took notes on everything.
See, I've been to Paddlefish before, and it was really good. And
yeah, really good. All the food was good. We went to Raglan Road.
Raglan Road is awesome. I love that. We were there this last time.
Yeah, I hear a lot of good things about that place. And you don't hear a lot about Paddlefish, but when I do, it's usually positive.
Mm-hmm.
We did Beer Garden. We did San Angel. We did Liberty Tree, always good. And we did Skipper Canteen.
Was that your first time? That was your first time at Skipper Canteen, right?
It was.
Yeah.
It was good. It was okay. I wasn't like blown away by it.
Yeah, we thought it was good. It was a little different, the menu, right? But it was a cool. I love the jokes. It was like an extension of the Jungle Cruise. But
yeah, they didn't even do the jokes. They were training so many people that it was very hard. Now we had a group of 9, so it took forever for us to be seated.
Yeah.
So we sat in the secondary waiting room, and there was this guy that sat and told the kids jokes for like 40 minutes. So that was worth it just to keep them occupied.
Yeah. So, they're like, enough already. Enough with the dad jokes.
The theming alone of that place is worth the experience to just go in. But yeah, the food itself was, like you say, it was good. It was good. I won't say it's bad, but it was good. But it's almost more about the experience and the ambiance of that place.
You know, it's funny.
Why do you look like a supervillain?
I don't know. I
haven't shaved my head.
He's got the Lex Luthor head and the evil beard.
I am a supervillain. That's why.
Yeah, sure.
And every supervillain evil lair has a sign in the background saying "family."
Totally.
Hold on. When you put that down, the shelf moves, and that's my lair.
Oh, okay.
All the knives and weapons and guns are. It's funny, Dan. I do the same thing as you. I've always done it where I try not to eat at the same place twice. I mean, sometimes I do because people I'm going with, that's where they want to go. But for the most part, I try to eat at a different place every single time. And those three I've never eaten at: Paddlefish, Skipper's Canteen, and Raglan Road.
Yeah.
So interesting.
Liberty Tree is. I've been to Liberty Tree before, so that was a duplicate, but I still love that place. It's great.
Yeah, I want to go there next visit.
Yeah.
Skipper.
And one other thing about Skipper Canteen. So, they're supposed to say the jokes, and they didn't say the jokes. So I was like a little like, oh no, they're telling me the jokes. So when the waitress came by, I said to her specifically, I'm like, can you tell me a little bit about the highlights of this place? All right. Do you guys know that joke?
Yeah.
They woke up, they go, there's a highlight, there's a highlight, there's a highlight. And they point to all the highlights. So she looked at me and she smirked and she's like, sure. And I'm like, no, I'm just joking. And then my wife kind of like looked at me like, what are you guys talking about?
It's funny. No, at Liberty Tree. I haven't been there.
Oh, Liberty Tree's good.
Yeah.
It's great. The salad there, I could eat that salad all day long. So good.
I'm pretty sure that's where I left my hat.
So Jason hates it, or Justin hates it.
No, I love it. But it's like, so I was wearing like my Goofy hat, where it's like you have like.
Oh, you lost that one?
Well, I didn't lose. Well, I got it back. So I had left it on the chair, and we left, and almost immediately, as soon as I like walked out, I'm like, oh shoot, I left my hat. I walked back in. And I started explaining to them, I've lost my hat. I left it on my chair. It should still be there. It's my Goofy hat. I was wearing the shirt that is like Goofy's body, where my head is in place. And the one person just looked at the other one and was like, it's his hat. Give it to him.
Clearly, it's his hat.
So we did. We checked in. We did the mobile check-in at Liberty Tree, and then we just walked across the road a little bit, and then a cavalcade came around, right? And it was the rainy day cavalcade, right? They come across, and something happened. I don't know what it was, but a guest got injured by something in the cavalcade. So now the cavalcade stops, and it's just the same loop over and over again. I think it's like, Singing in the Rain or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And as we're sitting there, I hear the lady walking out of Liberty Tree saying, "Now introducing the Hanson family." But I'm on the other side of the cavalcade, and I'm like trying to get her attention. Like, I can't get there yet. It was a good 10 minutes of us being stuck on the other side. And we finally got there. She's like, "I've been calling you guys for like 10 minutes. I'm like, "I know, I was stuck. I heard you."
I was on the other side of the cavalcade.
You know,
You
when
never
we
found
were in
out what
Hong
happened?
Kong, I think it was when we were in Hong Kong where we had one of the parades actually just stopped like that.
Yeah. I didn't find out what happened, but someone that was in our party went over and was taking pictures of the float, and a cast member came over and said, "Can you please put your cameras down?"
Oh, wow.
So something happened. We don't know what it was,
What?
but
Wow.
she's
Yeah,
like, "Please, no
must be.
photography right now."
Wow.
And she was walking up and down the
You
line.
didn't notice
telling
anything
people.
wrong with the float?
No, I mean, I was kind of, it was like 2 floats, and we were at the second one, and trying to get around it.
And you did not Google this? You didn't Google this.
Oh, I know.
Oh, Dad's
I was
worse
too
than
hungry at the
when it
time.
comes to- when it comes to being a reporter.
I do have to say though, I really like the cavalcades as opposed to the parades, just because it's like they're shorter, and generally speaking, you can get around them a little easier.
Right. Yeah. That's true.
Yeah. Well, for the parade now, we'd still be waiting to get across the street. Food was more important.
Food was more
I'm not
important.
sure
Yeah,
what
food was more important.
then Googling or sending us the update of the broken. You couldn't tell what was wrong with the float, but you weren't allowed to take pictures.
Well, it definitely wasn't something with the float. It was something with a guest, like someone got hurt or something. Or the float ran into someone, or what happened.
There's blood splattered all over.
That's like, so they definitely don't want pictures. Oh my God, Disney ran over a guest is not what they want trending on social media today.
Skipper Jay sunk a boat right while you were there too, right?
Yeah, so I saw it. It wasn't a sunken boat, but some water got into a boat. We were the first people online. I have videos, I have pictures. I'll share them on the page. And they said we have to stop the ride. We have to send a towboat in there. So I got videos of another boat going in and towing it. But the cool thing about that is that we were. The cool thing about that is when it got back up and running, there was no boats in front of us. So you know how there's always a delay, like when there was just like, she's like, "All right, get out." There was like no jokes. It was like very quick. I'm like, I feel like I got gypped a little bit. And I was asking Skipper Tori, who I was talking to for a while. I was like, what happens? Like, what are you guys instructed to do? And she's like, "We're instructed to keep telling jokes no matter how long it takes." So this person was there for 45 minutes telling Skipper jokes.
I've been in that sort of situation on the boat where, I mean, it took a while. We got kind of stopped, and I don't know what was happening, but we were stopped there, and we were just kind of hanging out at the end of the ride by Trader Sam.
Yeah.
And this guy just kind of kept telling jokes and kept telling jokes and kept telling jokes. And I'm like, so I believe you that is their instruction. They just
how many
keep telling jokes.
To know though,
and it wasn't just that guy; it was every boat behind him that was.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like when George is supposed to come on live from Walt Disney World and doesn't show up, and we just got to tell jokes for him.
You just gotta.
That's true. We made it work, right?
Well, that's just it. It's like you have to know, or at least have thought of so many jokes ahead of time to be able to do that. And this guy, I mean, he had a run of jokes. He kept things going.
Yeah, but after the 5th time you heard about, he'll trade one of your heads for 2 of his, it got kind of old.
Yeah. Well, it's like, but that's just it. It's like he went on to other topics because he already told that joke.
There's a paradox. So if you get on the right, you're fine. If you get on the left, you're going to get wet. Like
and they hate when you tell the punchline of the jokes before they tell the punchlines. My skipper was not happy with me.
Oh, damn.
He was
That's
not
why your
happy.
skipper became your swimming instructor.
Endless, worthless jokes.
Like Jimmy.
Oh.
Exactly.
My goodness.
And if you enjoyed the ride, my name is Stan, and this is the Tiki Room, or the Junkie Place. If you hear that, my name is Ed, and this is the Tiki Room. Alrighty, guys. We're 7 minutes past.
All right.
We'll save Would You Rather for another week.
Fair enough.
What do we got coming on?
I got a page of them ready to go, but we didn't need them.
Yeah,
so.
me too.
What was this week's show about? You want to plug this week's show?
Oh yeah, right. So
Mindy hosted.
Mindy hosted it. I was on it. We decided once and for all the definitive answer to the question that's been plaguing every Disney fan since Walt Disney World opened. Which one is better, Disneyland or Walt Disney World?
Wow.
So we got
Disneyland or the whole Walt Disney World?
Yes, Disneyland / California Adventure versus Walt Disney World. The one that's the size of if you compare it, you got like an envelope. That's Walt Disney World, and you got this postage stamp in the corner. That's Disneyland. That's what we compared.
So Stan,
I already know the answer to that.
What'd you talk about for the other 58 minutes of the show?
Yeah.
Well, we had a scoring system, and we had the definitive questions, and we answer it. We find out which one is better. The answer might surprise you.
And everybody in the chat is
We
wrong.
used science.
It was a science.
all
We used
wrong.
science. Yeah. Look at Stan's notes. Look at all Stan's notes. Right, John.
We have a full trip report coming out also at some point this week, and I'll also do a dining review. And then Stan and I don't know who else is on the show this Sunday, but we have a special guest who was on 2 VIP tours this week. We're going to interview one at Walt Disney World and one at Universal.
Cool. And we're discussing, I think, reviews of like Black Widow and probably other things coming up in the future. So
I'll be in the car for 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
4 kids. Pray for me.
And on the solo show, I have Chris Salata coming on this Thursday. And we do a trip report. It's a pre-post trip report for him going to Walt Disney World. And it was a lot of fun. It's great to always talk to Chris. Yeah, I haven't talked with him in forever or chatted with him forever. And then this Saturday, Coffee Talk Live. Yeah.
are we doing it this Saturday?
We're doing it this Saturday. I'm pretty sure we're doing it
We
this
introduced it, and then it's like we had a couple of weeks where people were off.
What time is
Once again, George ruined the coffee talk.
Yeah, 10 p.m.
He's never going to get over that. Poor guy.
Not this week, but next week. You can see us again between 7 and 8 on right here, the Grand Circle Tour Podcast Live. And then Big Fat Panda's off today, but he'll be back next Tuesday between 8 and 9. And then check out the Disney Nerds. That's your Tuesday night lineup between 9 and 10. Anything else going on, guys?
Just everyone in Florida, I know there's the Elsa coming through, so stay safe, and we're going to be praying for everybody over there. No, I have to move into my vehicle.
Yeah, Mary's... Mary has to get up early on Saturday now. Yeah, we're going to do one this Saturday. I'm off.
What sort of demented person named this one Elsa?
and you know the first one of the year was Anna, right? You guys knew that?
Was it really?
Yeah, they go down in order. It really was. And D was Danny.
Not Dumbo?
No.
You should have stuck with the Disney names.
Oh
be sure to visit dreamcreatorstravel.com for your trips. And visit Very Busy Mums Planning Disney on Facebook for your tips. And what's the offer you got?
$25 gift card, Disney gift card when you book a 3-night ticket and hotel package.
Yeah. Oh, where's Dan? Dan's gonna be right back. Am I allowed to play the closing, or would you have to wait?
I don't know.
He waved goodbye.
Is he waved goodbye? Well, he could turn off his camera. I think he was.
Well, he may have had an emergency with one of the
He had a droid mishap.
He's got 3 droids who are going to take over the world.
Yeah, exactly.
All right,
Starting
everyone. We'll
with his
see you
house.
Saturday and next week.
All right. Good
Stay
night,
safe.
everybody.
Bye.